Do you believe US has moved away from its competitive space of manufacturing that it had, and has that been one of the reason for I would say relatively slower adoption of digital and transformation in manufacturing?
Uh, it depends on the industry, and so automotive been doing this almost 20, 25 years ago. They're highly automated, not just physical automation, digital automation also. They're collecting a lot of data, and they're, some of the quality improvements. When you talk about Six Sigma, automotive industry truly follows, and as a tier two suppliers, we had to learn to when we supply to automotive, we had to learn to do those things, and so they've been doing it for a long time. Other industries like aerospace, it's a high value but not a high volume products they were making. So you make, for example, maybe 10 F-35 bulkheads. These are big structural components where engine gets mounted.
Mm.
Each one was about, I think, of $500,000, something like that. They will make about 10 per month, and that's how many they were assembling. And so this is, and it is a very involved product. It will take a couple of weeks to make one of these things, right? So those industries, they didn't have a real incentive to really, you know, take go digital all the time. And also, pharma is another example. The profit margins are really high, even from 20 to 40, 50, 60% profit margins. And a lot of times it's the mindset. They don't want to kind of break something that's working, even though it is paper based. So that's one of the things I tell when I do digital workshops. It's not the tools, it's not the skill set that you need to do digital. It's the cultural mindset. Do you have enough lean ideas, mindset within the plants, within your thinking to go digital? That is very important. That's one of the biggest barriers I see to go to a digital factory mindset. And on the contrast, when you look at newer companies like Moderna, for example, or BioNTech, and some of the vaccine companies, they didn't have any product, so to speak, until 3-4 years ago. Their first product is COVID vaccine,
Mm.
but they were ready for it. And they they have some papers that's on the AWS. It's readily available. They show you what they do. It's not like a secret or anything like that. They're end to end, they are connected enterprise. A batch release in a pharma industry typically takes anywhere from, on average, 2 to 4 weeks. Moderna can review their batches within a couple of hours.
Oh.
Right, because it's digitized, and they're not looking at everything they don't have to their system, so they help them. They don't. The In each and every stage of their manufacturing, they have checks and balances electronically being looked at, and they proceed, from step to step without making a lot of mistakes. And so that's a pretty typical in automotive. Whereas pharma is now waking up to that reality, and they're started setting up that. So it depends on the industry.
Okay.
And on the other extreme, you look at someone like Apple making iPhones. Foxconn is highly connected, highly automated industry, and they are coming to manufacture in India. They're
Mm.
setting up plants in right. So you're going to see that's happening quite
Mm.
a bit.
Okay. So here, if you observe what Sridhar talks about, is this importance of not whether manufacturing is done in a country like US or it's moved to some other country, but the importance of the mindset of how you build a completely connected factory. So he talks about the criticality of having a mindset for digital, and he really says that I may be a traditional industry like aerospace where it's high value, low volume business, or it could be a pharma business where traditionally, it takes, a couple of weeks to really look at batches while, there are companies, new age companies, which can do it in a couple of hours, right? So therefore, when it comes to digital, it's a cultural mindset of looking at how have you been operating over the last, many decades or many years, and you are looking at how you should move into a digital first mindset. And there you need to break your traditional thinking, look at interconnected patterns, look at interconnected processes, and that's really how you start building a digital factory. And that is important when you do digital transformation.